Welcome to Game Year Skimming. Today we're going to take a look at Moonshine Inc. This game just came out yesterday, December 1st. Um, the premise of the game is you're kind of distilling, brewing, doing all kinds of things with moonshine, vodka, whiskey. You're setting up illegal distilleries. You're um, out maneuvering the law, and you're kind of just setting up a business. So we're going to take a look at it, and if we like it, we'll continue playing and go from there. So let's go in and start a new game.
Our hometown just ain't big enough for you. It's never been. You finally decide to leave and make a name for yourself in the city. But it's not that easy, is it? Work's hard to come by. The city's not a friendly place. Finally, you find a job in a mob controlled pub. Not a dream come true, sure, but you meet people, you learn things. You remember your big dreams and start a business with like minded friends. Still, your actions don't go unnoticed. All it takes is one tip from your ex employers, and it all goes down the drain. A police raid. The business is over. Fortunately, you are out of town. Unfortunately, you have to stay out permanently. You pack your bags and return back home to the mountains. But it's not all that bad. With the help of your great uncle and the best little sister in the world, that's me, you start a new business. Moonshining. Ready to chase some big dreams again.
Well, yeehaw! Let's start some moonshining. Alright, Family Mountains. One day, a young moonshiner sets up a small operation in a peaceful forest in the distant mountains. Will he be able to make his fortune, or will the hardships of the trade and the police turn out to be too much for him? Time to find out. Time to play Moonshine Incorporated. Alright, here's your grandpa's, my brother's old moonshining base. No one's used it since forever, but maybe it'll be of some use to you, and you have a lot to learn. Still, as you can see, the whole thing's in a starry state. You should check to see what's next. Start by moving around the base to see all the buildings that are available. Oh, looks like we got ourselves a crick. For you city folk there, a crick is a creek. Looks like we got some rundown outbuildings there, and that's about it. And we can zoom down in, and we can get a better, closer look at our humble beginnings here. And we can rotate around. Now that's all done, let's talk about moonshine. That's what we're here for after all. First, the very basis of moonshining are the ingredients you use. Let's see what we have in search by pressing the main button. It seems we have less than a hill of spoiled beans. No matter, we can always go to the store and buy us some ingredients. Here, let me show you the map where the store's at. Alright, so it looks like we can go to the store.
Can I help you?
Why, yes ma'am, you sure can. We need some sugar. Apparently we need a lot of sugar, ma'am. Oh, and we need some Barbados sugar.
Will do.
Alright. Let's see what equipment we need. Alright. The place is pretty empty to be fair, but there should be a fermentation tank in storage. You can access it directly from the fast apparatus placement window. Now select the fermentation tank and place it in the blue area. So we can place it anywhere here, looks like. Let's see here. Where do we want our fermentation area? Let's put it. Oops. Oh, we can put it over here. Where do we want it? Let's put it right here. That looks good. Yeah. That right fine smell of a fermentation tank. What a delight. Thanks to this here thing, we can transform sugar into alcohol. Now we should hire someone to help us. Your poor grunkle? What the heck is a grunkle? It's so very old, after all, and thirsty, but I digress. Alright, so we're gonna press worker HQ. Recruitment. Well, not a huge turnout and all rookies, but I reckon that makes sense. None of the folks in the area knows you yet, but this guy seems like a good start. Little wet behind the ears, but he'll learn fast. Alright, so he wants oh, shoot, I wish I made $611 a week. Alright, so we'll send him an offer he can't refuse. Let's recruit a second worker so we have enough hands to start. You could try to negotiate, but remember the worker might be insulted if the offer is too low. Okay, so this person's a hard worker. They can craft, modify, and repair 25% faster. But they're a party animal and they might drink some of the merchandise. Well, number one rule of dealing is you never dip into your own supply. Let's see. Hey, they're cheap. I like that. Reduced salary. Gains experience faster. Lower carrying capacity. Yeah, well, I mean, I can live with that. Let's see if we can bump them down some, though. See if we can bump them down to, say, let's do 95%. Let's see if, alright, hey. Okay, great. This is where you'll be able to see your workers and recruit or fire them. All you need to know about them is here. Alright, so we have our workers. Workers have traits which might be good or bad. Ha! When I was younger, I had all the good traits and the bad ones. Depends on who you ask. Each time your workers be doing a task, they gain experience. It can be used to promote them to a specialization, and each specialization gives a bonus to different types of tasks. So specialize the heck out of them. Alright, so if we click on this guy. Oh, it's not going to ask us. Okay. Perfect. Now that you've got yourself a crew, we can start shining. But first, let's make it sure everything's in place in the base. Alright, so we go to the workshop. Here in the workshop, you can access all the apparatus in the base and see their status and condition. But right now, we need a new apparatus. Okay, in the crafting tab, you can create different apparatuses for alcohol production. For now, we need a distillation pot. During your adventure, your business endeavor, that is, you will have access to lots of stills that will differ by capacity, material, and so on. But for now, let's stick to the basic 200-liter still. Alright. Let's go to the base to see where we can install this. Oh, it looks like we can pretty much install it anywhere, but I'm thinking we're going to want to put it somewhere nearby here, I would think. Yeah, let's put it right there. We be shining. Alright, everything's finally ready. Let's go to the batch hub and plan production. Alright, here you'll find a list of your batches. They're good looking for a cooking. From here you can also access and set up the different types of production. Let's start a new batch. Alright, so we're going to start a new batch. Let's set everything up in this here place. You can create a blueprint for the whole process. Choose the alcohol, ingredients, and apparatuses. The only restriction, you have to match an existing recipe. You know some of them, but others will need to be discovered. First off, let's choose one ingredient. How about Barbados sugar? Alright, so we're going to try Barbados sugar, which is a type of brown sugar. As it's largely unprocessed, it contains more vitamins and minerals and a lot of molasses, making it stickier. Okay, since that's done, we need somewhere to ferment the stuff. We do have a fermentation tank, right? We sure do. Alright, yeasts are divided into categories. They allow you to craft recipes by altering the potency of your ingredients' flavors. Those in the first category, called simple, aren't very potent. You'll get access to stronger ones later on. Alright, so we're gonna... Alright, we're gonna reset. As you can see, we have a match, but it ain't too accurate. Balance the quantity of the ingredients to make it a 100% match. Well, the reset button doesn't seem to work. Is it gonna let us? I think it let us. Okay. That was weird. Okay, so now it's time to set up the fermentation process. Okay. This is the fermentation window where you'll plan the first step of production. You have to set the temperature, quantity, mixing, timing, everything. I wonder if we can get rid of this sugar we're not supposed to use. You can view the apparatus that you use for the fermentation process. Its durability affects the efficiency of production. The lower the apparatus durability, the bigger the chance that you'll lose the product. Cleanliness is also crucial if you want to avoid introducing unwanted flavors into your tank. A 100% flavor match will ensure you avoid any unpleasant surprises. Here we choose the yeast that'll be thrown into the tank. Remember that each yeast has different requirements and will yield different results. Let's start with a balanced option, simple kindle. Now we have to fill the tank by adding mash and water. Be careful with the quantity of sugar you add because too much will overwhelm the yeast and kill it. Alright, so we want fill the tank with a minimum of 190 liters and reach 17 to 20% sugar. Alright, so we want 17 to 22% sugar. Alright. And fill the tank with 190 liters of water. Alright, we got our simple kindle here. Alright. Alright, now what? Oh, we gotta add the sugar in now. Oh, that was weird again. Okay. Later on, you'll be able to unlock tech that will allow you to modify the temperature for optimal fermentation to avoid additional flavors. Here we have the fermentation timeline. You can choose when you want to stop the process. At some points, additional flavors might appear, which are represented by colored bubbles. I guess these are the bubbles. Try to reduce the time to 20 hours and avoid an excess of additional flavors. Try to reduce the time by 20 hours. Now that everything's all fine and dandy, you can start the fermentation process. The worker will fill the tank and the process will begin. Alright, let's create. You can see your workers bringing water and mash to the tank, hard-working little bees that they be. Fermentation is a long process though. How about we speed up time? You have 3 different speed settings. In the meantime, I'll show you the recipe book and the recipe map. Welcome to the recipe map. This is where the unlockable recipes are gonna be. There's 4 types of spirit: moonshine, brandy, and whiskey, and vodka. And 3 complexities: cheap, fine, and premium. For now, you don't know a ton of recipes, but let me tell you how to discover more. Oh good, because we're going to need more. Each recipe has a radius which will expand depending on the quality that you achieve when making a batch. When the radius hits another recipe, you'll get a hint about it. Each hint brings you closer to finding a new liquor. Woo-wee, a new liquor! That's what I need, a new liquor. It's your God-given duty to discover every recipe and make it premium quality. Now honor your ancestors, or at least to honor my wish to try each one. Now let's check out your recipes. Alright, so here we got our moonshine. When you don't know everything about a recipe, this is how it looks. Each hint reveals a little something. Each alcohol type has its own tab, and with time you'll discover everything. So, here's all the 16 different moonshine recipes. We got cheap, fine, cheap, 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 cheap. And then there's brandy, some whiskeys. Okay. Now that the fermentation is done, we can start the distillation. Let's head back to the batch hub. Here we go, the second step of alcohol making. Let's set this thing up. Distillation is a subtractive step. Each jar contains a fraction of the final product, both in terms of flavor and ethanol value. Selecting the ones you want to keep and the ones you want to discard will let you find a balance between the expected flavors and ethanol content. And the settings for the distillation process, you can control the flame rate and the jar. These affects the speed of production and the quantity and quality of your product. Okay, deselect the jars that you don't want to achieve the optimal product. Well, I don't want... Let's set the flame rate higher in order to speed up the process. Alright. Well, I'm gonna say I only want, like... Whoops. I guess red is, like, what we want. So I don't want you. Oh, you don't... okay. Well, everything seems to be in order. Let's do this. Let's take a look at how things are going at the base. Can I slow you down? No. Alright. So, it looks like they're distilling. And it looks like we're done. Yep, this is it. The last step of alcohol making. Let's bottle up the sucker. This is the final point when you can modify things, fortify or dilute the product, and set the price. Once it's bottled, it's done. Alright, let's bottle it. The same goes for fortifying the alcohol, but what you can do now is dilute it. That'll help you meet the ethanol requirement and it'll increase the volume of the product. But be careful, too much water will decrease the quality. So we need to reach an 20% ethanol to achieve a recipe match. So where are we at in terms of ethanol? The quality of the product is influenced by several parameters: the flavor match, the ethanol content in the recipe, and the quality of your apparatuses. Later on, other parameters will also influence the quality, like the skills of your workers or the blending of your jars. Pricing is obviously an important part of the process because we want them Benjamins. But don't be too greedy. We need customers to actually buy our product. Consider the quality-price ratio. Alright, so we want to find an appealing price. Expensive product, lower selling price. Fair price, normal selling speed. Alright, that sounds about good, I guess. Maybe a little bit lower. Oh, there you go. Okay, you can see the mastery points you will receive for this recipe. Mastery points are used to unlock new tech. Each time you raise the quality of a recipe, you'll gain more mastery points. Okay, too much ethanol to match the requirements of rot gut. You don't have the neutral spirit technology. Alright. And finally, you can name your product. It's your first brew, so show your grunkle how creative you can be. Give me yours. First. Rot. Oh, it's not gonna. Okay. We're gonna just call it Rot Gut 1. And I think that's all. We can finish production. Alright, let's bottle it. Congratulations, your first batch is done. Now you can achieve it. Archive it. This way you'll be able to recreate it exactly in the future from the archive tab. But for now, let's close this window. Well, having moonshine is all fine and dandy, sure. But having money is even better. Your product has to be delivered to thirsty clients. Can I, lower this? No. Let's check out the delivery window now and finish preparing the delivery. Okay, so this is our delivery, planned delivery. And here, in this here little window, you can set up the details for your delivery. Remember, that's how you build your reputation. Alright, here you can choose the driver. Right now he's already selected by default, but you might have a specialist driver in the future who'd be a better choice. Now let's take a look at the car. We don't own one, but you can borrow my old jalopy. In the future, you'll be able to have more cars. You'll see that every car has its own stats. Alright. For the cargo, let's choose the spirit you've just prepared, and so skillfully too, thanks to yours truly. Alright, well, we got the cheap rot gun, so. Set destination. We could do the old shack. We could do the local den, or I don't think we can do here. Let's do local den. Oh wait, we can't. We gotta do old shack. Alright, so we're gonna do the old shack. Alright, let's start the delivery. By the way, you can always take a look at a given hotspot to see how well your dealings are going. Each hotspot has different client preferences, so try to meet them for optimal dealings. Meanwhile, the alert level shows the risk of a police raid on your stash. Each time you sell something, the risk increases, but more clients means more money. Alright, so here's our alert level. We have very low alert risk, so I guess that's good. We are making some money, so that's even better. Look at that. Alright. I guess we hit the storage. Shows you the batch you delivered and how well it has sold. You can also change its price. Each batch has a weariness gauge. If it's too high, sales will drop, but if the liquor hasn't sold for some time, the weariness gauge will decrease. This is a graph with details on transactions, customers, and revenue. You can see the mission in the top left. You can pin or unpin the mission you want to display here. This makes it easier to follow your progress. Alright, so we need to complete the tutorial and test your mantle. Deliver 20 liters of poor man's tequila. Oh, and there's a mission right here. A poor soul in desperate need of our help. Okay. Well, that's great, but like... It's like not... Oh, it's... Okay. Alright, let's take a look at the mission log. It'll help you keep track of all the missions you so bravely accepted. They're divided into main story missions and secondary missions, which you can find on the map. All your past missions are found in the archive. Alright, let's test your mantle. The local pastor is having a difficult time. It's not easy being the holiest person around. Maybe something to lift his spirits would help, or some spirits to lift him. A drink from agave or corn syrup sure sounds swell. Ah, so old Papa Bear there needs a little God juice, huh? I think we can help him out. Let's head back to base for a moment. It's already mentioned the different tech and skills that you get to unlock since you have some mastery points. Let's check out the technology tree. Okay, the tree is divided into two tabs, one for fermentation, the other for distillation. You don't have enough points to unlock all the technologies, but I think this one will do for now. Alright, so we're going to unlock mashing. Alright, so we got mashing unlocked a bit. Oh, that's not going to let us. I think the apparatus from our past batch is a little dirty and may be slightly damaged. We did push it pretty hard. Let's see. That's not that bad. Yep, dirty and damaged. Hot, just like, well, never mind too. Let's just clean the sucker and then it'll be fine for the next batch. A dirty apparatus is bad for the product. Alright, so we're going to clean it. Next, we need some mashing equipment to turn the agave and corn syrups into something usable. We call this pre-fermentation. So we need an old cauldron. And now that your worker has finished cleaning the other apparatus, he can begin building a new one. Tons of work, sure, but that's what you pay him for. Alright, when the apparatus is ready, place it somewhere in the base. Alright, so we got a little menu up here, little bar up here to let us know when it's ready. And it looks like it might be ready. So let's, is it gonna? Alright. Okay, so we gotta put down the old cauldron now. Let's put the cauldron. Let's put that bad boy right there. Yeah. Alright, let's slow that down a little bit. Alright, that'll do. Let's make a new batch. Alright, so let's go into batch creator. We'll create a new batch. Now I have a little gift for you, a new recipe. You can pin it so that it won't get lost in the process. Alright, so we got poor man's tequila. We're gonna choose this recipe. Okay, let's add the agave syrup, corn syrup, yeast, and all the required apparatus and start the production. Okay, so we're gonna add the agave syrup. We're gonna add the old cauldron. We're gonna add the corn syrup. Old cauldron. We're gonna choose our. Actually, before we do that, oh, it's not gonna let us. Okay, so let's do the medium-sized barrel. We're gonna choose distillation apparatus. We're at 87% match. Oh, 100%. Oh, yeah. Alright. So we're at distillation, bottling, and let's create. Take a look at the base one last time. Now, one last word of advice. Be wary of the police. Our activities are far from legal, as sad as that is. The top bar shows how interested in you the police are. Trouble on the road and too many transactions in one hotspot will increase it. If you reach the end of the police alert bar, your base will be raided and that means game over. And that's it. I do love finishing on a happy note. Now go and make your grunkle proud. And if you need anything, just check the Book of Moonshine to see all of the knowledge I can pass on to you, and that's all. And what grunkle means is that you know the very basics of moonshining. There's so much more to this specific kind of work. Well, back in your day, people didn't brush their teeth, voted Nixon, and prayed to the moon. Wow. Wow. How dare ye, young lady? And there ain't nothing wrong with respecting the moon. We uns are working in his shine after all. Either way, I think it'll be best if my little older brother produced some more liquor to hone his skill. Liquor. Grumble. I suppose. Alright. Okay, so. Let's start. I don't think I'm fermenting anything. I'm supposed to click with something next, ain't I? Workshop? No. Recipe. No. Set up fermentation. There we go. Okay, that's what I was missing. Okay. So. Alright, so let's see here. We want 50 grams of yeast. We want 10 liters of water. Sugar, I'm assuming it's mashed, so we want 10. Alright, so we got mash in there. Alright. So we got enough mash in there now. So we add enough water. And now we need sugars. There we go. Alright. I think this is where it starts to get the bad flavors. So let's go right about there, I guess. And yeah, let's I have no idea what we're doing, but heck, let's mash it. Woo-wee! Alright, let's well, it's not doing anything yet. Alright, view the batch. Alright, so we gotta... Alright. There we go. Alright. Okay, so now it looks like we're making something. Alright, it looks like the mashing's completed, so now it looks like they're doing the fermentation. Alright. Alright, let's see now. We be fermenting. Okay. So, I actually have bought a bottle of moonshine before. It's actually it's root beer flavored moonshine. And it's actually pretty good. I enjoy it a lot. It's from a distillery up in Pennsylvania. I go and play Magic the Gathering at a local game shop one Saturdays, and when I was up there one Saturday, the town I was in had they were doing like a festival or like a market type thing where they had a whole bunch of different stuff, and one of the vendors was this distillery, and you could actually sample some of their moonshine, and I tried a sample of this root beer moonshine, and I really enjoyed it, and I ended up buying a bottle of it. They had a couple other flavors too, like they had cherry and butterscotch and apple dumplings. I do want to go up there to their actual store and buy some of their other flavors, like the cherry and the apple dumpling and the butterscotch. I don't know if I'm gonna like the cherry or not, but the apple dumpling, I've had apple pie moonshine before, and that was really good. I don't know if I'm gonna like the cherry or not, to be honest with you. But I do kind of want to try the cherry. And then they have some kind of like citronelle, so it's like I guess like a citrusy moonshine. So I don't know how that would be either, but I'm willing to give it a whirl. Um. All right. So is my stuff done? Oh, we gotta stop this distillation. All right. So we don't want that one. So I don't know. Like, I don't know what the colors mean. This one's not gonna have any ethanol in it at all. This one's just straight ethanol. I don't want that one. This one doesn't have any ethanol. Yeah, let's keep those bottles, I guess. All right. So, yeah, so I'll have to go up there one time and actually try buy some of their other flavors of moonshine and give it a try and see how I like it and see how it tastes and everything and see if it's any good. Alright, so now we go into here. We can set up our bottling. Alright, recipe does not match. We want 71%. Alright, so I think we want... Where does it say? Okay, we want 18 ethanol, 18. Each recipe has its own requirements for the concentration of ethanol, which can be modified during the various steps of production. Not enough ethanol to match the requirements of poor man's tequila. The quality would decrease if you don't match the recipe flavor. You don't have the neutral spirit technology. I need 30% ethanol. And I am not going to be coming anywhere near 30%. I don't have... I definitely don't want water. That's for damn sure. I need 30% ethanol though. That's a little... Well, that's a little heartbreaking, but... Alright, I guess $34. Let's bottle it. Alright, it's not gonna let us. Okay, so let's take it to the local den. Yeah, let's take it here. Maybe if we can figure out how. Oh. Guess it helps if we select what we're selling. Okay. So. Alright, so let's set destination. You know what? I don't want to do the quest yet because I want to be able to get this a little bit better. So let's go ahead and just sell it. Yeah, let's go ahead and sell it. Your driver calls you from the road. He's bored and feels like talking and does exactly that. You zone out and your mind starts to wander, and then it strikes you a genius idea for a recipe. You hang up and write the idea down. Okay. Works for me. Am I right or am I right? Or am I right? I'm right. Oh. What's this question mark here? What's these question marks? I don't know what these question marks mean. Alright. Oh, there's more to the map. Maybe there's just extra locations that we haven't discovered yet. Alright, let's go to the store. So it looks like we can buy some. It looks like there's not much we can buy yet here. So let's just leave the store. Let's go return to base. Recipe. 52. Oklahoma. 35 to 70%. Well, we can't even make poor man's tequila, and that's 30% alcohol. So let's see here. Let's try making rot gut again and see if we can get that a little bit better. Let's clean it. Let's repair that. All right. Okay, let's repair. Let's clean. We'll repair the distillation. Is that there? All right. Let's go back in here. I'm gonna archive. There we go. All right. Archive. What's this 6 out of 6 mean? Huh. Wow, we made a lot of profit off of that. Alright, let's exit out of there for now. Let's go to the technology tree. Need 100. Closed fermentation is the go-to method for most distillers, and it's really simple. You just put your ingredients into a pot, seal it, and let it brew. No outside influences, air, bacteria, mice, strong family members seeking any alcoholic thing they can get their hands on. You just have to make sure the pressure inside doesn't cause the thing to explode. Oh, but bigger, you know what they say, go big or go home. distillation. Producing 200 liters per bundle of wood. Lets you add water during bottling to reduce the strength of the liquor. Alright, so we need to get to 140 of these stars. Or light bulbs. And we're at 70, so we need to bump that up a little bit. So let's we're going to create another batch here. We're going to do Barbados sugar. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. That. I want simple yeast. Maybe I have to add in the Demerara sugar. All right. So let's see, we are at 100% match. There we go. Okay. So we're gonna create. We're gonna set up fermentation. For this one, we want that. We want 21 liters of. I think we wanted 21 liters of water. You need to have at least 1% ethanol. Where's the ethanol? Oh, there it is. Okay, so how do we get ethanol? Ah! There we go. Now if I... Too much sugar. Need at least 1%, so it's a balancing act. What if I do like 50 and 50? Too much sugar. All right. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I can choose my yeast. Simple Kindle, simple blast. All right, let's choose simple yeast. Okay. See if we can't match this rock cut match a little bit better. Too much sugar. Well, honey, you can never have too much sugar. Alright. Alright. Let's try this. Let's see what we get here. Alright. Alright, it's in progress. Alright. Alright, that's completed. We go back into the batch creator. Now we gotta set up the distillation. So 10% out ethanol. So I don't think we want this one. Wait. I think we want that. What if I... Let's cut this one out because it's only 1%. Yeah, let's do this. You know what? Let's keep all the bottles. Yeah. Let's keep all the bottles and let's just cook it all. See what we get here. All right. So that's completed. Let's set up our bottling. All right, so there's 10% ethanol, so we can't even get to 20% ethanol. Alright, so we're gonna do $35. We're gonna get 4 mastery points, so we'll just call it Rot Gut, I guess. I know, we'll call it Rot Gut Wannabe, because it's a wannabe Rot Gut. And then we'll go ahead and close this. We'll go to here. We're gonna bottle up our Rot Gut Wannabe. We're gonna select our destination. We'll go to the local den. And then we'll speed up. And we'll start our delivery. It's your birthday, or name day, or maybe some holiday. Either way, your godmother sends you $300 as a gift. You make a mental note to call her when you get a chance. Just like every year. Politely accept the gift. You always accept the gift of money, because money makes the wheel go round. You always want to accept the grease of the palm. Always accept that palm grease. Alright, so we got 15,000 here. Can we, like, build anything new? Garage. Let's repair the truck.
Mic off. Mic on.
Alright, so we're repairing our truck. Alright, so the truck's repaired. Let's take a look at the map and at Johnny Law here. Hotspot alert level 2. Gain 5% for each liter sold. So, these two don't give us anything, but this one's at a little bit higher of a risk, but man, we get a little bit extra palm grease, if you know what I'm saying. We might have to get some of that extra palm grease. Do we have any? We don't have any alcohol in content. Alright. Let's see here. Spirit Lifter. Rot Gut. Port Main's Tequila. Ocalado. Brandy. We don't have any brand new brandy recipes. We don't have any whiskeys. And no vodkas. Alright. So, I am going to repair this. Let's speed up time here. And then I'm going to call this. We're going to end the episode here. I want to thank you for joining us on our first episode of Moonshine Inc. If you made it this far into the episode, obviously you like the content and subscribe and share it with your friends, your family, your neighbors. It really does help the channel, especially now while I'm trying to build up the subscriber and the content and everything. And I want to thank everyone for their support, and I will see you all later. Bye for now.